All right, everybody. This is part 2, and I'm probably going to release these videos in the same day here. So let me show you also. Let me talk to you also about zones when you put your repeaters in. So okay, we have the channels over here and the zones. So let me show you, like this one, for example. If you double click on any box, so even if I go to number 7 here, I could just add a zone there. So if you click, if this was empty, you just click on here, you name it, and you just, available channels here, and you just drag it, you add it from this side. Like for example, you just add it like that. Let me delete that. And then you push OK. You see over here I have 4. Each one of these I basically have 1. So I'll just throw one in here, name it. Same thing with here and all the rest of them. So these are zones. Once you have them all in here, then you have, each zone here. I only have one scan list. If you go to scan list, double click here. See, which is pretty cool, is any box you just double click, comes up with a pop menu. So number 1 here, see 4 channels here, and I'll just, available channels, you just drag it over here. And I just left these the way it was right here. So I only have one scan. If you want to add another one, name it, whatever, and then you just, drag it over or so. Let me just cancel that. So that's scan list. Now, let me see. Local information, optional settings. Optional settings is where you actually could set up all your, if you go there and you go key functions, you could set up all your key functions. What each one of these keys mean. And the manual will actually tell you, if you look up owner's manual for this radio, and tells you what, a picture of the radio, what each button's name is. And these are short keys. Short keys is when you just push it once. Short key, short key, short key there, you know what I mean? And you have the long keys. So I have monitor, scan, how much power, and you could set it how you want to set it. Channel type switch. This is where you could switch. I'll show you back over here. That's where you can actually switch between what you want to transmit on. Let me elaborate and let me make it a little bit clearer about the dynamic mix mode. If you have any dynamic mix mode repeaters, I'm talking about a repeater that could actually, you could talk on regular analog, back and forth, or DMR. Okay, so the way, let me elaborate the way this is set up here. D plus A, transmit digital. Now, I could transmit digital to somebody, and we could be talking in digital, right? And let's say someone keys up an analog, I'll hear them on analog. That's what the A is for. So I'd be transmitting digital to somebody, talking to somebody, but you could hear analog come in if someone transmits an analog. So that's the way this is set up. Let's say I'm talking to somebody analog, back and forth. Someone keys up on digital, on DMR. And by the way, digital, I'm talking about DMR only there. On this radio, it does only do DMR. So if someone's talking analog back and forth, you're talking to somebody analog back and forth, someone transmits on digital, that's what the D is for. But as transmit, you can only transmit analog. And this is all settings in the radio. We can actually just hit a button and flip it how you want to flip it. It's similar, this setup, what this radio does is similar to what a P25, basically a P25 phase 1 radio could do. Like my XTS 5000. My XTS 5000 can hear, if there's a P25 repeater, you can hear whatever someone transmit, analog or digital. The radio just picks up on one channel. You don't have to put 2 channels, one for analog and one for DMR. Whatever you want to transmit on, you just hit a button and you start transmitting on whatever you want to transmit on, analog or DMR. So I'm not sure if I made that clear in my other video. I don't want to confuse anybody, but hopefully that clears it up. So I'll make a part 3. I'll maybe show you the radio, and I'll show you some of the settings in the radio itself. Thanks for watching, everybody. Stand by for part 3 as well.